everyone in Happy Time Zones, it's your bird, Haven the Raven, and what the... Welcome back to Dark Souls 1 Build of the Child. As you can see, I have a bunch of bloodstains around, which means I am online. Global, no password. Character name, start online, and unrestricted. The character name thing is so that nobody winds up with their account name out all over the internet. So... nobody appears to want to join me right now, so let's go... explore a little bit of the areas that I just completely did not. Oh dear. Because I skipped most of this. I have Homeward Bones. I can go grab some of the treasure in Ariamis. "15 minutes, and we'll see." Oh dear. There's also the dragon in, or not dragon, the Drake body in the Valley of the Drakes, if I need it. Or, well, decide I want it. You are a problem. Forgot about why I, for the most part, skipped Ariamis. It's because of you lot. What's going on here? So yeah, I'm just gonna run around for a little while. If anybody wants to... oh dear. Try PvP against this build, let me know. I am currently on PS5. Oh dear. Goodbye. I'm just waiting a little while to see if anybody wants to join. And then heading over back to Ulasil for a bit of PvP. I'll try for 3 matches. No guarantee I'm going to even get any matchmaking, though. And then I'll be heading into Gwyn, so I can head into New Game Plus and actually finish the run. Don't care too much about that. I can always just fast travel back here. I'm heading up that center section next. I was kind of living on a timer with those, anyway. Or with that toxic. probably going to have more time than I know what to do with, honestly. Considering the things I thought were going to take me a while wound up taking me not that long at all. There is a very real possibility that I wind up with, Oh dear, Fen. Don't bang your head, baby. My dog just banged his head on the table. Oh. Ow. Uh-oh. This thing will probably take me a while, actually. Oh dear. If only because of... never mind. This is not gonna take me long. If I'd been earlier in the game, it might have, but not right now. Kinda sad, actually. Perhaps I shouldn't have skipped the entirety of the Painted World last time. Oh, come on. I know you can stand up. I'm just running around doing random collection stuff while I'm waiting. Because with the exception of, Titanite, which I would have to farm for. Oh, okay. That just leads back there. I forgot that that's easy to just completely skip. I don't really want to go in the houses. There's nothing really important in the houses. Did the... Okay. Okay. I'll have to get that in a second. But this is actually kind of important. Down we go. I think everything else in here is just souls and humanity, which I don't need. So, homeward bound. I have way too many of these. Okay, the Drake in the Valley of Drakes. May as well take that out. And then after that, the only thing I could really do is go after some of the stuff I missed in Izalith, and I don't want to do that. There's only one thing I can think of that I want, or that I would, or that I can get in Izalith at this point. I could go into the depths, but no, I really don't want to deal with the Basilisk Nest. Oh, right. After beating 4 kings, this shows up here. I don't know who she was, really, but which Beatrice wanted to fell the 4 kings. I'll have to do a little bit of deep diving to see if there's anything else I can find on Beatrice. Okay. Interesting conundrum. This one's more difficult to work around than the last one, or than the one in Ariamis. I'm not too worried about the possibility of losing those souls, though. It's not like I really had a plan for them, and I have hard souls in my inventory anyway. Quite a few, actually. And something I'd completely forgotten about, actually, until it came up yesterday, is that I'd also intended on doing a Dark Souls 2 ladle-only run. Due to my love of hopping around... I'm not sure I should really say that, actually. But, due to my tendency to not really want to do multiple runs of the same game in a row so I don't get bored of them, that means I won't be doing, my first cosplay roulette on Dark Souls 2. I'll do Dark Souls 2 cosplay roulette eventually, but it'll have to be after the ladle. Haha! I got you. There's some stuff in the Valley of the Drakes I could get, but I don't want to. You know what? Let's just head back to Firelink, and I'm gonna see what Domal has. And then we're going to go and do some PvP, or at least try to. Again, there's no guarantee I'll even get matched. Down we go. I am, however, for the sake of not wanting to get gravelorded, going to after the PvP section, going to quit out so I go offline. Because I know for a fact that, or I'm pretty sure that you can only be gravelorded if you're in New Game Plus. But I don't want to deal with that in general. You two, or well, three. I see another player. Run along here, see if I can't grab some boss armor. Because I might as well. Why he's chilling out next to a corpse, I have no idea.
I didn't expect to meet, I suppose.
Oh, I already have that. I'm never gonna say no to Ornstein's stuff. I'll take some of Gwendolyn's as well, I guess.
Thank you. That was a... I have this for... We'll make...
Back to Ulasil. And we're going to see if I am able to do any PvP. I don't think you're actually allowed to use dual dais. Okay. Let's see if I match. Well, that's unfortunate. So let's head... I'm gonna rest here because I know that I'll be coming back here. But let's try... this place for... and... because I know I have some red eye orb, or cracked red eye orbs. Why does... okay, so if there's a cross through it, that means that there's nobody available here. Okay, in that case... let's go to Ulyssil Township and see if there's any there. Or back to Ulyssil Township. I should have checked this before I left. Nope. I'm just trying to or wait. No, there would be possibly something back here. How fortuitous. Actually. Consider... did the person, like, go offline or something? Okay. I was about to say, come on!
I'm sorry.
Oh, come on! Oh, I'll have to re-enter that. That was embarrassing. What? Will it not let me? Oh, come on! Wait, I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it. I was trying to signal that this is toxic and a test, but apparently I shouldn't do that. What? That was latency. What the fuck? I teleported onto that guy. Like, I teleported onto that guy's sword, so there's some latency issues there. One more time and then I'm gonna leave the area, try something else. Because latency can make for a very inaccurate, test. Of course, if the sign doesn't show back up, the sign doesn't show back up. Latency essentially means that because, or in this context, essentially means that because of the distance between you and whoever that was, the animations aren't going to work properly. So you can wind up with situations where I was nowhere near that and got teleported onto the area or onto the sword anyway. Okay, someone actually won. Nope. An experienced PvPer can fight with latency issues no problem. I'm not an experienced PvPer. Of course, now I'm worried I won't be able to have an actual test of this until later. I might not be able to have a legitimate test of this until, like, Return to Lordran or whatever. Let's just go back to Firelink. Because I can't think of too many places where high-level characters, or high-level players would hang out. Quitting out and coming back in, so that I don't wind up Gravelorded on New Game Plus. And we're gonna go take out Gwen. Wake up! You are an old and withering snake.
Very well.
And this time I'm going to just leave. Instead of linking the fire. I don't want to burn. I have things to do in New Game Plus. Chase me all you like. There's only one of you that I might actually need to take out. If I can land the first parry against Gwen, I don't have to worry too much about anything else. Because Gwen can just be parried into oblivion. At least from what I've heard. Goodbye. Nope. Ow. Oh. Oh dear. That was embarrassing. That was genuinely embarrassing. I couldn't land a single parry against Gwen. Okay. We're gonna try this again. I think that might be the first time I've ever died against Gwen. That was so embarrassing. I tried to disrespect him, and it did not work. I genuinely think that might be my first time ever dying against Gwen. What? I know you can parry the jump. There we go. I would very much like to know what this place looked like before the fire. Okay. Why are you so good at punishing heals? I'm dumb. That was a grab. I realized it as I was pressing the button. What? What? There we go. Goodbye. I can't believe I actually just died to Gwen. That is without a doubt the most embarrassing thing I've done in this run.
My Lord, bless thy safe return. Let calf and frown serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness.
Okay. New Game Plus. I'm definitely going to be tackling Pinwheel. Beyond that, I have no idea what I'm doing. I might just unlock a bunch of areas, honestly. I don't think New Game Plus was built for this. Poor Asylum Demon. Hi. I need, if I want to do... I might legitimately come back to this run at some point. Just to test it out in legitimate PvP. I can't do that actually, I have to go this way. Alrighty, moving on. Oh dear. Because the one guy I did get to test out PvP on, unfortunately, was far enough away from my physical location that there was latency problems. And again, while an experienced PvPer can do that no problem, I'm not an experienced PvPer. So we're gonna head down. I'm actually going to head into New Londo. Unlock the loop around for Andre. So that I have access to repairing my equipment. technically I could just go see Rickert, but nah. I'm not anticipating Pinwheel to take very long. Getting to Pinwheel, on the other hand, might be a problem. I'm definitely gonna have to kill Lautrec this time. Alright, so my goals at this point are Dark Root, kill the Black Knight there, get the Grasscrest shield back because I sold it like an idiot last time. Get to Andre. Because if I get to Andre, I can actually get access to the repair box, the smith box. Oh, humanity. I just wanted whatever was there. I forgot what it was. Then probably get access to storage too, now that I think about it. Then head down into the catacombs and take out Pinwheel. Well, Pinwheel and join the Gravelord Servant. Ow. There we go. And I didn't even use my miracles against that one guy with the latency either. I was thinking I'd just parry, and then I got caught on backstabs twice. I would actually like to test this out legitimately. Because I feel like I kind of got robbed of the opportunity there. Oh well. And then here, I could take out the Titanite Demon. Or I could just rush Andre. What? What? How did I just get one shot there? Okay, I guess I am running past you to get to Andre. Just so I have a closer bonfire, if nothing else. Back out here. Because I came through Valley of the Drakes. Upsy daisy. Something I don't like about the FromSoft games, actually, is that they nerf the strangest things. For the most part, they've nerfed parrying in their most recent title since this game. There's a bunch of bosses, especially in Elden Ring, that can't be parried at all. In the... they've also started to nerf dodging. They nerfed it the most with Dark Souls 2. They actually nerfed item usage there, too. May as well. Reinforce. Grass Crest. I'll have to go grab the embers in order to up Grasscrest Shield. Repair everything. I'll grab the Firekeeper's Soul while I'm here. I'm not sure I'll be able to really use it, but... because I don't know what the maximum is for fire or for the Estus Flask, actually. I feel like it's plus 10. I can no longer one-shot these fools. Okay, that's a problem. Come on. Uh-oh. I believe Pinwheel actually bleeds, though, so that'll be helpful to... oh dear. That will be helpful. I might actually go after Gravelord's Servant before Pinwheel. Strange as it is. That works, I suppose. Because I can actually get to Gravelord's Servant before I can get to Pinwheel. I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm quicker at this game than I thought I was. Ow. So I'm for the most part, just making my way through. I was genuinely expecting those 3 bosses from yesterday to take the whole stream. So either this build is absolutely broken, which is a possibility, or I'm just really good at the game. Which is also possible, but I'd rather not think about that because I really don't think I'm that good at the game. Let's go. I just want to free Lautrec so I have an easier spot to kill him. Because there's a very real chance that I'll be coming back here at some point. Or back to this. Just to actually test out the build. And if I wind up doing that, there's also a very real chance that I'll wind up forgetting about Lautrec and having to face him again to rescue the Firekeeper. Oh, hi! Where are you come from? Or where did you come from? I think I need a specific key to actually do this, so... I just wanted the channeler gone. The channeler being gone is huge because that means I no longer have to worry about being blasted from a distance. What? There we go. Uh-oh. That was bad. Up here. I believe the key for Lautrec's cell is over here. There we go. Yep, mystery key. Because the master key only unlocks a few things. Up we go. Back up this way. Free Lautrec, and then circle back around to Firelink. Kill Lautrec. After getting the Estus upgrade, of course. And then Undeadburg so I can get the bottomless box, and then back to, well, and then I head into the catacombs. For Pinwheel and the Gravelord. Down we go. I actually do subscribe to the theory that Lautrec was actually the good guy in this situation. It's just that the Firekeeper is very convenient to have. I'm fine with being the villain under certain circumstances. Okay. Oh, wait. There's something up here. Collect this. Down we go. I forgot to collect everything around here. Oh my. That... Yep. Firebombs. Were those firebombs last time? I can't recall. A repair all option would be quite nice. Ever? I fell off after him. Oh no. Oh, that was hilarious. That was actually hilarious. Okay. Now I no longer have to worry about him killing the Firekeeper if I come back to this. Right. Hi. I am a little concerned about what I'm going to spend all these souls on, though. Because I can't level. If I level, I outpace PvP meta. Just want the undead merchant. Come on, tartar sauce. We have places to be. I'm probably just going to skip most of the bosses, actually. Ah! Purchase. May as well grab a dried finger. Oh, I do have the bottom. I already have. So it lets you keep the bottomless box, but not everything else? That's weird. I'll buy fire bombs, I guess, and these.
Thank you, kind.
What am I doing? I don't think there's anything... I'm a liar. Pinwheel. Why has it only been an hour? I've actually done a bit. Why has it only been an hour? If I was to attempt a Dark Souls speedrun, it would be this game. Cause... I get through this way faster than anticipated a lot of the time. You, I'm actually going to kill this time. So that I can get out of here. Oh well. At least my souls are in a reasonable spot. It might actually be faster to go for Nito first. Or for Gravelord Servant first. And then pivot into Pinwheel after that. That... okay. Let's just keep running. Oh, okay, that was unfair. I was animation locked. I couldn't move. So unfair. We've come full circle. I was struggling to get to Pinwheel at the start of this run, and now I'm struggling to get to Pinwheel now. Well, I wouldn't quite say struggling. I've learned I don't actually have to flip the bridge since then. Which saves time. A lot of it, actually. Especially because I don't have to risk getting hit as much. Move it. Coming through. Uh-oh. There we go. I have Eyes of Death, so I should be able to just walk right up to Nito. Coffin, 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 coffin. There's my napping place. And now I put the controller down for a second. I do have Eyes of Death, right? Those don't go away? Okay. Offer myself to the Grave Lord. And there we go, the most toxic covenant for the most toxic character I can think of. Jokes aside, I do actually wish they'd done something similar to Gravelord Servant in the future. Or in future games. And Pinwheel. It feels so strange to be able to make that run on one stamina bar, actually. Uh-oh. Where are you, Pinwheel? Your hitbox lingers? Oh ho ho ho! Interesting. Have I gotten the Mask of the Mother once? I don't think I've ever gotten the Mask of the Mother, actually. I think it's been Mask of the Father all 3 times. Or, well... both other times. And now this. Okay. I guess I'm going to go do some other stuff then. Because that is officially everything I had to do for this run. So, the rest of today is just going to be goofing off, essentially, and preparing for if I decide to, venture out this far again. Or venture into this, or use this character again. Okay, why... Alright then. Rest and then go back up the elevator, I suppose. I will actually have to go into the depths at some point if I want to upgrade the Grasscrest shield. It's not a huge deal, really. And now I just wait. Again. Hey, caramba. Okay. If I want... I'm not... Actually, you know what? I'm not good enough at PvP for, it to matter, really. Did I never even activate this bonfire in either of the playthroughs? Oh no! Oh, you're done. You're just done. I would have been fine. What? I got screwed over by hitboxes there. Yeah, that's not gonna be a very, long fight. I don't really care about my souls. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'll collect them if I survive, but I don't really have a use for them, is the thing. Did I ever actually talk to Chester? I think I just completely ignored Chester in the first cycle. What? And people complain about Dark Souls 2's hitboxes? Titanite slab will allow me to max out a piece of armor. And I still have no idea what I'm going to be using those souls on. Hey! Might as well, since I'm here anyway. Okay. I'll come take you out. Get and grab the doll. If I come back here in the future, it's going to be for the purpose of, or if I come back to this run in the future, it's going to be for the purposes of PvP. I'll have to keep an eye on any PvP events, see if there's anything for this game specifically. Okay, the parry with the buckler's pretty much instant. I would like to know why the doll is here after we leave. It's not like I was gone that long. Technically speaking, you can turn around and come right back into the asylum if you so choose. Provided you have the master key. Wouldn't it have made more sense to have the doll be on a body that... Okay. Wasn't in that cell? I completely forgot to open the most important door in the asylum. Oh, right! New Game Plus shenanigans messing with my brain. Even if most of these cells were going to wind up being decorative anyway, you'd think they'd at least try to maintain a space where they're keeping the undead. Let's go open this door. Really? Good riddance. Do you wield the Astora straight sword? Like, what sword? Oscar would be an interesting one to try and figure out for cosplay. Roulette! Forgot the trap resets because this guy... Because I don't know exactly... Oh dear. What, Oh dear. I don't know what his weapon is. I know he uses the crest shield because he drops the crest shield, and I know he wears the Elite Knight set. But I don't know what his sword is. I'm assuming Astora straight sword. But I could be wrong. It would certainly be an interesting one for the roulette. While I'm here, I should trade a few things. Or at least one. I know I have rubbish. I did this last go around and I got a Titanite chunk for it. I think that works once per new game cycle, at least I'm hoping it doesn't. Yep, okay. That will help so that I don't have to farm when and if I decide, or will help so that I don't have to farm as much for when and if I decide to go after upgrading the Grass Crest shield. Down we go. Oh dear. Rest at the bonfire. Repair everything. And then reinforce. I need 2 more Titanite slabs if I want to upgrade all of my armor. Let's head up to Gargoyles. At this point, my goal is to just unlock as much as possible so that if I do come back here, or come back to this run for attempting PvP in the future, I have as many areas as possible unlocked. I'm actually not going to kill the fair lady this time. Oh dear. However, taking the back door into Blighttown... Oh dear. If I'll be rushing Blighttown by taking the back door. And that'll also get me a Firekeeper soul. You know what? I'm having so much less trouble with this with Gold Tracer. Ow. There we go. There we are. And yeah, the gargoyles don't have a soul of their own. They just have a bunch of souls in general. Depending on what you go after, the first beings in this game to have possession of a soul of their own, of course, but that caveat right there, are Moonlight Butterfly, Sif, because you can actually tackle Sif first, and Quelaag. Okay, so you actually sell cheaper purging stones. May as well. Wait, how many of these do you sell? Several. The answer to that is several. You only need one indictment. May as well grab that to get it out of your inventory. Oh hey, the cheer squad. At this point, I'm just going to Homeward Bone. I have enough. I'll have to hit up I'll have to hit up Capra eventually. If only to get the Ember. But for now, I think I'm gonna hit up Blighttown. I'm not sure if Quelaag can bleed. But this is certainly going... I don't think this is going to do that much less damage than what it was last time. I think I was doing less than 100 per hit to her. I'm also kind of curious to see if Artorias is... or how different Artorias is in this case. I think I'm just gonna rush Quelaag and not even bother with anything else up until that point. I had so much time to spare Maybe I should have thrown a little harder against Gwen. Thrown, I say like I did it on purpose. I might have to start throwing on purpose in this game against certain bosses if I actually want to have them take a while. And Quelaag is quite literally right there. Interesting how her domain looks kind of like an anthill when she's a spider. Unfortunately, you can't get into the depths without beating Capra. It's actually impossible. You can't even climb up through Blighttown. Do I tackle Ceaseless? Tackling Ceaseless will give me an entire area. Oh, I am so sorry to do this to you, Quelaag. I don't think she bleeds, though. Or if she does, she has such a huge meter. I know that she's incredibly resistant to toxic and poison, but can be toxic. I think I might just do too much damage with the Gold Tracer to even really think about trying to bleed her. Oh dear. Run away. Really? The lava got me there. The flippin' lava! I staggered because of the lava and that killed me. Nice to know that Quelaag does a ton of damage in this, or with that. I might have actually been able to do it if I'd not left. I might have actually killed her in one go. Oh wait, does Firekeeper still down here? I'll get that. I'll get that after. Because I am curious as to what the... more, or what the maximum for flasks is. Because I don't think I've actually ever gone above, like, +7, +8. I'll have to check with my on-casual run. Oh dear. I did not think that was... Alright. Didn't think that was gonna hit me, but apparently it did. But one more upgrade, if I can do it, will actually have my Estus heal my entire health bar. Because I was pretty low when I healed against Quelaag, and it only barely didn't make it. Further down. Bright side. Less souls to figure out what to do with. Running down here. We don't talk about that. This way. Why does it look like I'm floating? Why am I floating? What is this? Oh, shoot. Oh well. I've just gotta hope I don't get hit. Because if the big guys hit me, I'm probably just dead here. Okay, that works. Da, da, da. Okay. Seven hits does that chunk of her health bar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Run away. Definitely don't want to get splodied. I just got lucky there. I didn't even realize. The last thing I need to be is caught in your... There we go. Yeah, the last thing I need is to be caught in your explosion. She is one of the first bosses that actually drops a soul. And she's unique. Like, completely unique. You don't run into another copy of her later down the line. Go down here. Probably take out Ceaseless for access to... I messed up there. But once again, I don't mind being the villain in some cases. And this is one of them. Ceaseless! Because if I take out Ceaseless, that'll give me more access to Demon Ruins and Izalith later. I feel like invading an Izalith is just mean. Like, I'll do it. But this really does just feel mean. Not quite as mean as grave lording the section right before Manus, though. Or, sorry, right before the Abyss. I think you just automatically aggro on New Game Plus. I could be wrong. No. No, if that was the case, you'd have already attacked me. You really don't like it when someone touches the dead body of your sister, though. Ow! Why is... Ceaseless is unironically one of the tougher ones for me. Just because of how much damage he does compared to how quick... Well, how much damage he does. It's not like I don't have a lot of health, either. I've got 1,100. He just does a lot of damage. Okay, you can technically skip Ceaseless. But to do so, you have to go through the lava and make it all the way to to and past Fire Sage without a bonfire. It's an annoying skip that I really just generally don't feel like doing. Like, I don't feel like doing it to the point where I've never even attempted it. It's that annoying. I think I'd rather just learn Wrong Warp. Be mad all you like, Ceaseless. I'm just here for my souls and to touch a corpse. Strange as that sounds. There we go. And now I just keep running. I'm never going to try a hitless one of these games. Deathless, maybe. Hitless, absolutely not. Ow. Okay. Hi. Okay. That's a new one. I thought Cecil's took me down with him with that jump. Okay, it's because I'm out of space for Homeward Bones. Now I climb back out of Blighttown. I'll be grabbing a Firekeeper soul along the way. And then I either rush Capra and get the Ember, or I rush Sen's Fortress and get to Anor Londo. I'm not even going to bother with the depths entirely. If I do go down to the depths, it's literally just going to be to get the Ember. I could also rush Four Kings. I'm not going to rush Four Kings. I already did that last playthrough. That was annoying. Four Kings on New Game Plus is such a pain in the ass. It's not funny. This character also exists for PvP, so it's not like I'm going to be, trying to get to Gwyn again. I don't really care if I lose my souls here. Ow. But I do actually want to grab the Firekeeper soul. And in order to do that... I need to not die before I get soul. Novel idea, I know. And I believe I can run up this way. Yes, I can. That works. Bye-bye. And because Lautrec is deceased, I don't have to worry about him doing anything, so I can upgrade my flask as soon as I get to the Firekeeper. Hi. Why am I so fast? I'm not even like actually attempting speedruns or anything right now. I'm just going for things. Honestly, I'm probably doing quite terribly for speedrun purposes. Maybe I should actually look into trying to speedrun this game. Just to see if I can, because this is kind of getting ridiculous. Do I rush Capra or do I rush Sen? Oh, right, never got this. Well, I know I'll be rushing the Firekeeper soul in a minute. Fuck! I forgot. I completely forgot that I did not bring that back down. My bad! I'm my own enemy here. You know what? I think we rush Capra. Because if I rush Capra, that gets me a merchant and access to the depths. Which will allow me to upgrade the Grasscrest shield, so that if I do actually get good at parrying, I can utilize that. Capper might actually take me a while, so... That's also kind of a bonus. I don't think Sen's Fortress is actually going to take me all that long at this point. Because I can run through the first part of Sen's pretty quickly. And then after... The second part is where things get slightly tricky. Oh dear. Well, extra souls for the road. Unintentional, but I'll take it. If I manage Siegmeyer's quest in New Game Plus, then I won't have to farm a Titanite slab for both, or for either my gloves or my shoes. If I don't manage it, then granted, this really just depends on how far I get. If I don't manage it, then I would have to. I'm not rushing the Hydra. Actually, I probably should, just so that I don't potentially mess up my DLC access. Okay, so Capra into Depths, back to Andre, into Hydra. I can do that. Sif is completely unnecessary, so she gets to live. Let's grab these. And remember the lever this time. Can't believe I did that. Up we go. Repair everything. May as well go buy a bunch of arrows from the undead merchant. Oh, Dommel! Okay, that actually helps with the Okay, so rushing Quelaag gets Dommel. That's good to know.
me, and I'm Thank you. That was... I have the...
I now have some of Gwyn's armor. Not that I'm going to use it. But with that... Oh no. That's a firebomb, isn't it? I maxed out on firebombs. Oh dear. Over this way. Wrong. That's too far up. I just... Okay. Oh hey, first try this time. There you are. May as well collect everything down here. I forgot to go back down into New Londo and get the Firekeeper Soul from that. Or to give the Firekeeper Soul to my Firekeeper in the first place. Oh well. That's an after Capra problem. Come on. I actually might not even have the time for the Hydra. Or, well, I'll have time. It's not like I'm really... I can go over at any point unless I specifically have certain plans that are time sensitive. But considering that I've already accomplished what this run is meant to do, I'm probably not going to be going over. Really? How did I know Capra was going to be something of an issue? Oh wait, because it's Capra. I'm not worried about those souls, so I'm just gonna pop down into New Londo, get a Firekeeper Soul, and see if I can't upgrade my flask a bit. This time, I'm pretty much guaranteed to be dying, so I may as well send it back up. This game feels so much shorter on New Game Plus. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know what it is, but this game feels so much shorter on New Game Plus. And I'm not giving you dissatisfaction. Alright, Firekeeper and then back to Capra. Okay, so +7 is maximum. Good to know, actually. That essentially means... that this is the most I'm gonna get as far as heals go. What? Genuinely what? I've never seen something miss a rat at point blank. But evidently it is possible. Hi. I thought you were dead. My bad. And you're bad for not hitting me. Like, what was that? Okay, so we use the rapier here. Getting the large ember might just be where I call it today, actually. You reek. But this way... I'd very much like to know what that health bar is. But that's something for another time, I suppose. You... up here. Are you... Okay. Aren't you not supposed to be able to get up here? I might not even be willing to attempt a deathless run in this game, actually, because... Capra alone. Over this. I'm not even gonna bother with the rat this time. Capra's annoying because getting to that staircase is so difficult. If the arena was a little wider, or Capra was alone, it wouldn't be an issue. However, because we fight Capra in the dead end of a back alley, we very unfortunately what? There we go. Uh-oh. Once I get the dogs, I tend to not have that big of an issue with Capra. It's just getting the dogs that's the problem. And now I have the key to the depths, which means I can go grab the large ember and then pivot into Andre. And from there, if I wanted, I could do Hydra, but I'm not sure I want to because Hydra is a pain. I know I need to do Hydra if I want, oh dear. Potential DLC access. I'm just not sure I really want to do it right now. Because I could just save it for whenever I come back to this. I could save it for off stream or whenever I come back to this file. That it? Alright. You do not sound like a dog. There we go. Did she? She did. That's hilarious, actually. Alright, I'm just gonna grab this and go, I think. Because she's hopeless. I can buy the last bit of Gwyn's armor from Dommel. And then head to Andre. And then I should give the Hydra one attempt. Alright, and then I have one of all of these.
Thank you. That was a... I have the...
I have 6 souls, not worth saving. Oh, sorry. Over to Andre. Oh, wait. Never mind. Actually, no, I'm gonna be getting enough souls, I think, to, modify that once. Down here. Yeah, that should be enough. I'd like to know where the 7th potential Firekeeper soul was. Because if it was Anastasia's, then there's genuinely no way you could have gotten that in the regular New Game cycle. Alright, now that I've actually rested upstairs... Andre, I'm murdering your tenant. Your tenant is murdering me? This room is honestly an annoying one to have to go back and forth between if you're constantly, getting attacked. So I think the Titanite demon might be a higher priority than the Hydra. Oh goody. What? Oh dear. I think I'm better off just sticking with Gold Tracer. What? Okay. Just to get that out of my sight. There we go. I'll give the Hydra one attempt, just because it can take a while. I'm hoping that the bleed from Gold Tracer, because I know the Hydra can bleed, will be enough. I'm also gonna have to look to make sure I have 20 flasks for that. Because I do not trust Hydra jank to be in my favor. And with this build, I'm used to running around with 20 flasks, and not the 10 that I'm used to with squishier builds. But my squishier builds tend to prefer ranged anyway, so it's not usually as much of a problem. Okay. Time to kindle. Well, reverse hollowing and then kindle. And then I repair everything. I think you actually have to rescue Dusk and talk to Dusk in order to get DLC access later. Because if you don't know who Dusk of Ulasil is, you have no reason to come down here. And if you have no reason to come down here, you have no reason... Oh dear. Not good. Well... I mean, slightly cathartic, but... Alright, I'll give it one legitimate try. That was not a legitimate try. That was... I didn't even get it. I didn't even get there. If I do manage to take it out, then I'll also take out the Golden Golem and talk to Dusk. If not, and I wind up dead, oh well. I'll come back to this at another point. Just run. Okay. Ow. What? Come on. I keep hitting dodge. Why do you not dodge? That was embarrassing. Come on. Oh dear, this is going to be a pain. Oh boy. Come on. Not good. Alright, last one. Not good. Come on, I need you to be... Come on. I kinda hate the Hydra. Yeah, I'm not going to torture myself with this. If I do take it out, I'll probably do so with a, with a bow. Anyway, that's it for the build of the child. Just to recap, my ending stats are level 125, vitality 30, endurance 40, strength 40, dex 40, and faith 20. There's 2 more levels you can play around with there. I put them into attunement just to test how it works, or just to test it out. But if you start as the thief, then you have 2 extra levels to play with for the build of the child. For equipment, I have Gold Tracer, Standard Rapier, Thorland Talisman, so that I didn't have to put more than was absolutely needed into Faith, and the Buckler. If you're better at parrying than I am, you could also substitute Buckler for Grasscrest Shield. Of course, we have the Mask of the Child. It wouldn't be the build of the child without it. And for armor, I went with Black Leather plus Sorcerer Gauntlets plus Hollow Thief's Tights. But I think that so long as it's a very light set, it doesn't really matter what you have equipped. For rings, I have Dark Wood Grain for the Ninja Flip and Chloranthy for increased stamina regeneration. I'd have the maximum amount of stamina regeneration in the game if I had the Grasscrest Shield. However, I'm not good enough at parrying for Grasscrest over Buckler. Of course, if you are better at parrying than I am and you want to have Grasscrest instead of Buckler, you could also easily substitute Chloranthy for Rusted Iron for places like Blighttown or Darkroot Basin, or Ring of Favor and Protection for just some general tankiness. For miracles, I have Karmic Justice for when you yourself are under attack by a spammer, and Tranquil Walk of Peace for when you're hunting something down. I was considering playing around with the Heal Miracle, which is why I put those 2 points into attunement. However, I realized that in PvP, if I'm casting a miracle, I'm going to want one of these 2 over a Heal Miracle, especially because under normal circumstances, you're going to have access to your Estus Flask. For Covenant, I went with Gravelord Servant, because that is probably the single most toxic covenant in the game. But I'm just not going to play around with that right now. I'll play around with it at some point when I can be sure that there's more players online. And after I've re-unlocked every area in the game. But yeah, that's the build of the child. It is complete. I'm sorry that you guys didn't get to see anything really spectacular as far as PvP goes. I kind of wish that that knight person hadn't died so quickly to the other spirits of vengeance. Because even with the clear latency problems, that probably could have been a pretty good one. I'll just have to test it out at some other point. So, tomorrow it's back to Hollow Knight. I'll be continuing Pantheon 4, but I have a countdown to hiatus going. 3 more Hollow Knight streams, and then I'm going to play Chasm for a bit, and probably come back to Hollow Knight later. Well, I'm definitely going to come back to Hollow Knight later. Thursday and Friday, it's back to Sekiro. I'm probably on either Guardian Ape. I'm probably on Guardian Ape because I saw a giant monkey. And I know that Guardian Ape is a giant monkey. Don't know much beyond that, though. Monday and Tuesday, I'll actually be starting a new run. I'll be playing Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Childhood favorite of mine. Childhood favorite of mine, and probably the single most important game to me, because I would not still be playing video games today if I had not played Amalur as a child. Amalur is also part of the reason I'm so deep into lore, and actually helped me with my reading comprehension, believe it or not, because I wanted to read the item descriptions. So, very important game for me. I'm going to be going through it with a more critical eye than I have in the past. So, we'll see how that holds up. After Amalur, I'll probably be going back to Dark Souls challenge runs. After Sekiro, I'm going to be playing Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, and then The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt after Kenna. Wednesday, after well, actually, depending on how long Sekiro takes me, and how long... Okay, so, let me re-say what I'm planning here. So, if I put Hollow Knight on hiatus, or I beat Hollow Knight, then the next game for Wednesday is going to be Chasm. Chasm is a platforming game, or Metroidvania style. I have not beaten it before. I have played it. I just got sidetracked like halfway, 3/4 of the way through, or something like that. And it's interesting because every single time you play Chasm, every file you boot up is different from the others. Certain rooms stay in the same place, generally speaking, but the vast majority of them move around. However, Chasm is also a very short game, so I'm not sure how long that will take me specifically will take me. If, when I finish Chasm, I'm A, not done with Sekiro, and B, don't want to move on or go back to Hollow Knight just yet, then I'll be playing Kenna Bridge of Spirits on Wednesdays. If I beat Sekiro before I beat Chasm, and or I go back to Hollow Knight after Chasm, then I'll be playing Kenna Bridge of Spirits after Sekiro. Because I've heard Kenna is a very short game, so I wouldn't be too opposed to playing it on either of those slots. After Sekiro, or sometime after Sekiro, and this is definitely going to be only on a longer slot type thing. After Sekiro and potentially after Kenna, I'll be playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I don't know how... That's going to take a while, so that's why that one is only going to be on a 2-day slot. I'm not even going to try fitting that into a 1-day slot. It will take forever. That game would take me a year to finish, apparently, because it's a huge game from what I've heard. Amalur also has to be on a 2-day slot because of how long of a game it is. But after Amalur, I'll be getting back to Souls Challenge runs on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I'll probably kick that back off with Dark Souls 3 cosplay roulette. Because I just thought about it. I want to attempt a cosplay roulette sometime in the near future. However, I also have a ladle-only run of Dark Souls 2 planned, and I'm not going to want to do a really long game after, or like, immediately after Amalur, because Amalur is a long game itself. So I can't really, or so Dark Souls, that immediately disqualifies Dark Souls 2 and Elden Ring, which were the two easiest ones, and I just did a Dark Souls 1 run. So that leaves Dark Souls 3. So after Amalur will be Dark Souls 3 cosplay roulette. I have to start planning for that run. That was a lot. Okay, but anyway. Again, Hollow Knight tomorrow, Sekiro Thursday and Friday. One moment. Jack's playing Elden Ring Night Rain, so let's go see what that's about. That said, happy time zones, everyone. And I hope you all have an excellent day.